Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2, Bridging the Gap Between Science and Spirituality. Today we are bridging the gap with emotions. Those little things that you feel inside that are hard to explain, never the same, always making you think on your toes and wondering what they are, mutable, changeable, water-like energy that sometimes they get stuck. They get stuck inside of us. And I'm going to go into more detail on why they get stuck inside of us after my little intro. See you on the other side. Okay, what's an emotion before we talk about a trapped emotion? An emotion is energy in motion. It's a transformative energy that's moving through you that wants to transform you. It wants to move you. It wants to move your soul so that you expand. So if energy gets lodged somewhere, you're not dealing with, you are not looking at the emotion properly. You don't have the correct perspective to process the emotion out. So it gets stuck, it gets stagnated. So you get to choose, do you want to transform or do you want to stagnate? Because everyone is going to feel emotions. And it's up to you to decide if you want to move through it, take the time to feel, and listen to what it has to say and process it. Or do you want it to get stuck? And we go day by day, we work, and there are things that pop up and trigger us, and we have to re-examine the emotion later. And a lot of the times, we don't got time for that. We don't got time for that. And that's where I come in, and I use muscle testing with your energy to find out and identify that emotion and bring it to your conscious so that you can release any stuck energy. I'm going to go into why stuck emotions can wreak havoc in your life and prevent you from having miracles and a wonderful life. Okay? So if you get a stuck emotion, she knows if you can have a stuck emotion that a lot of times we don't even realize that we put things in the back burner. Okay, it's a survival mechanism to deal with them later. They get stuck, and when they get stuck, the only reason why they're stuck is because we are uncomfortable and we feel like this emotion is separate from us. The emotion, when it gets stuck, it makes us feel like duality. It makes us feel like nobody else is feeling that emotion. It makes us feel separate from others. And the only way to clear out and keep it flowing is to recognize that that emotion is actually, everyone's experiencing it. Everyone's experiencing it at a different intensity, at a different duration. It could be like a little wave or a tsunami for some people. It can be intense, it could just be a little feeling. And where they feel it also can be different for everyone. So emotions are used as a self-correcting mechanism. It signals if you are in line with your highest perspective of your soul. Okay, so let's say that you're dealing with, you feel unworthy. I'm about to make another video on how to release unworthy. Let's say you feel unworthy. And obviously, if you don't feel like you have worth, you are not in line with your true soul calling. You are not aligned properly with how you should be feeling. So if you are comparing yourself to others, not feeling your purest self, you are going to keep aligning with things that are going to show you you are unworthy. And it's going to keep reflecting to you until you resolve it within yourself. You resolve it with a new perspective that actually I am worthy because I am a piece of the universe, of the world, and everyone has the divine worth inside of them. It's impossible to not have worth, just as an example. So the emotions show you where your perception is skewed, where it's off. And this is kind of like, if you put it into a physical perspective, when someone of younger age touches a hot stove, God forbid, touches the hot stove, picks up their hand really quick, then learns, I should not do that. I should not touch my hand on that stove. The hot stove is the same thing with an emotion. The emotion's coming in and through you in order for you to learn something from it, to learn something practical, to change your perspective, to change how you move throughout your day, throughout your life. These emotions can pop up because your thoughts create an emotion, which the emotion creates your reality. So an emotion stuck is the ego resisting pain. So the ego is an illusion. It's your thoughts. It's your mind. Fear is the ego illusion caused by programming. So your thoughts are created based upon past experiences. And as you're going about life, you are only seeing your current reality based off the past. And when you're basing something off the past, it's an illusion. So only this moment is true. And in this moment is love and unity and oneness and peace, your soul true essence. Now, why do we even have the ego? Why do we have trapped emotions? It's just so that we can experience being physical in reality and to creating new life and to be creative here. We use these as a function of looking at things from different perspectives in order to create something new. It serves a purpose. You neither want to look at an emotion as positive or negative. You have to look at it as something neutral and not of your soul. It's just something that's, I don't want to say trigger, but yeah, it's a trigger that transforms you into a more soulful being, a heart expansion. So just like the hot stove, I like to say, emotions can kiss us out of pleasure, and there's lessons out of the pain that we feel. So why? Who cares if you have a trapped emotion? You have an emotion stuck inside of you. How do you know if you have a trapped emotion stuck inside of you? You're going to unconsciously act a certain way. I've had experiences where I've said something and I'm like, did I really just say that? Like, that wasn't me. That was the unconscious. You were not aware that you were feeling that way, and it just came out. So why would you want to release any trapped emotions? You would want to release them because who wants stuck energy inside of them? When you have stuck energy, you do not allow the divine healing energy to flow through you effortlessly, to allow your hair to grow, for your cup to heal, things like that. But it also happens on a deeper level where your organs don't regenerate if you're holding onto too much anger in your liver. You can't. Every organ produces a certain frequency which holds a spectrum of emotions, and that's where each organ is a powerhouse on vibration and frequency, along with each of the chakras. So if you have a trapped emotion, you're also going to be attracting the same vibrational frequency outside of you. You're going to be, let's say you feel unworthy, like I did before, you're going to be attracting people who also feel unworthy, and it's going to be reflected to you, and you're going to have to play that out with another person until you come to a conclusion with them, or too much tumultuous things happen where you're forced to separate from that person and you're forced to face yourself. and deal with the stuck emotion within inside of yourself. So this is all unconscious. You're not realizing that you are attracting unfulfilling relationships because you are vibrating at an unfulfilling frequency. So I already said your organs will function better without that sticky energy in it. There has been multiple cases where I've seen energy stuck into breast tissue dealing with motherly issues, causing breast cancer, things like that. It's not unknown that stuck energy causes disease imbalance. And it's great to pick up on these things before they turn into a bundle of imbalance and infestation and just ugliness that just wreak havoc on your body. It's better to catch these things and release these things before they become a problem. And that's how I got so passionate about this, is that it's preventative. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to go through all these things. This is the answer to a lot of problems, I'm telling you. So another benefit of releasing these trapped emotions is having a clearer mind. When you're not vibrating at a certain frequency, that frequency isn't popping up thoughts in your mind that are negative. It's able to clear out. You're able to process other people's emotions. Once you've processed yours, you're allowed to help other people in processing theirs as well, because this energy is free flowing, and you're able to process emotions more effectively on your own, faster. If you don't have trapped emotions, you can clear them out pretty quickly and go throughout your life. So these certain negative vibrations also affect your movement patterns, your yoga, your workouts. And they also create tension and pain in certain areas, depending on the emotion and where your weak spots are. If you're watching this video, you're meant to release those trapped emotions. I'm going to put up a chart on the screen, and the first emotion that you look at is one of your trapped emotions, and go ahead and meditate on it. Now, that is only your trapped emotion from your perspective. Since energy and emotions are reflective and are of water, it is also necessary to have relationships to release these emotions with, like moi, like me, to test your energy fields, to have a Zoom call and to chat with you to help you release these unconscious emotions. And in doing this, you will also learn how to tap into your waters, how to tap into your intuition in order to stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay bright and enlightened, calm human being that is thriving without any baggage. How wonderful does that sound? Sounds so wonderful. So I think I talked about what a trapped emotion is, how to release it. Yeah, I talked about everything. So I am sending you blessings on your wonderful day, and I will see you with episode 3. Have a wonderful night. Bye.